Just that I missed 1 or 2 calls. Tani nje
In.
La.
What is it?
It's a booger. There you go.
I think
It's gone.
recording done. It's recording already.
Sorry.
So this will be part of that section.
Chilling with Lady Jess. Yeah, yeah. Chilling with Lady Jess. Chilling with Lady Jess.
Right? Some people need abo, it's okay. It's okay. I love you, come when you're ready. And then there's certain friends of mine who it's not enough. I need to kind of sit you down and be like, okay, tell me. Because clearly something is going on. There are people who need you to draw. It's difficult for them to share. So you kind of need to hold them hostage. You say, listen.
I think I'm that person. Guys, we just see for so much. And I think it just comes from that culture of, as a child, I think it's our household or family. I'm not sure who exactly, but just I recall it as a childhood influence that friendships are not good, and friendships would influence you in a negative light. So when there are really personal things that you have or you carry, rather deal with them uyuan. And that thing has just made me become the bottler. I share goods, I share light loads, I don't share heavy loads. And then I met the people like you. Yay, guys. Hopefully, no, she will disturb your peace. She will,
to make sure you're okay.
and she will lecture you, But I think I'm so used to that aggressive love that I almost equate that to the only way I can let it out. That's when I know that you really care enough to know. Because everyone else,
no, guys. Have you ever heard that quote say, a problem shared is a problem halved?
I've never, but I'm learning. You're reminding me of a scripture. Okay. It's even highlighted in green. Okay, so the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 9 to 10. I've highlighted to 12, but for the sake of this, we'll just read 10. It reads as follows: two are better than one, because they have a good reward of their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up. So it's that thing that if you are not sharing or you're not carrying a load, like at that point where this thing is heavy on you, do you have your normal strength level to carry it? And yes, the word of God says, cast your burdens unto the Lord, and he will carry the load for him. We should rather take the yoke of Christ, because his is lighter and better. But he has also given us the gift of friendship. He's given us the gift of companionship with other people to help us carry this load. So I actually posted a random question on Facebook last night.
Get a better understanding.
Yeah, just to get a gist of, and a lot of the time men respond to my commentary. I don't know why, ladies, you can explain yourselves. But the question was, can you get through this life without any real friends? And an overwhelming majority said yes. And this is predominantly men, The one female who did answer says, no, you can't. And a couple of guys, younger guys, says, no, you can't. So what then would be your take as to this split between yes and no? You can and you can't. Is it a realistic view to say you can't get through it?
I mean, I'm going to go on a personal opinion here, and I don't think that's possible. I think if someone came with a gun to your head and say, call one person who will come and help you, would you not think of a person? And who would that person be? Would they not be a friend? And let's remove God. Let's say, yes, we've already spoken about taking to the Lord in prayer, etc., etc. I'm talking about someone on this earth that you can call.
And usually they'll autopilot to family because there's the assumed family loyalty. And I think that's also wrong to think that just because we are blood, I am forced, without you actioning and taking care of our relationship, for me to always bail you out.
No, of course. I mean, I think with my understanding with saying if you have someone to call, I'm talking about something that you have worked and put hours and effort into, to say if you had to call somebody, it's going down.
And no, without a shadow of a doubt, they're on your side.
You understand?
Yeah.
I'm talking about people who will write to die. The question is not either I'm wrong or I'm right.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, do I have people that I can call and say, I am in such an emergency, I need you to drop everything that you are doing to assist me. Do I have those people in my life? That's friendship. And if you are saying no, it is not a testament to the world, it is a testament of how you interact with the world.
Oh yes.
Because what you give is what comes back.
Yeah.
So if you are that to somebody else, that person, rest assured, will be that for you. And these are not things that are built through big gestures. It's small things, everyday things. Jessica, I'm not feeling well. Jessica comes and brings me tea. And it grows. It grows and it grows and it grows. And those gestures become bigger and bigger. Because we get to a point where I will call you, I don't know, I'll be stuck in, I don't know, China. And I'm saying, Jess, Corona has hit and I don't have anywhere to sleep. Jessica will be like, listen here, let me make a plan. I'll call you in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's friendship.
I don't care what's the last cent in my bank account, I will make a plan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or you call me and I'm still at work and you say my grandmother has passed on. Rest assured, I am dropping everything point blank.
Yeah.
I am telling my boss I have a family emergency because your family emergency is my family emergency.
Exactly.
Those are the friends that I keep.
And you know, my parents used to ask me, when are you always going to funerals? And I'm like, you know, when a person you have just built this relationship with, and even if it wasn't long, you know, because I'm always, you know, meeting people on a genuine level, you don't know which of these interactions will result in an actual friendship. And when it's still so new, the memories are so fond, it's like there's a potential we can, and then God takes this person from you. You can't just say, okay, it didn't build up, I'm a file, so let me not even take it seriously. You can't.
I think even one interaction with somebody can be an interaction that is on a friendship level.
Yeah.
I think oftentimes I've learned things from people that they did not even know that they were teaching me something. And this is why I say, you never be ashamed of your story. Everybody's a walking testimony.
Exactly.
Depending on who's listening or who's what. Everybody, there's always somebody watching or listening. And that could either lead to more friendship, but I would also appreciate that person for even that 1 minute that they have added to my life. Because I have learned something from them. Either I've learned to do something or I've learned not to do something. Whatever the case may be, they have added value. And we interact with people on the daily. Some people will take it far. We'll be here 20 years later. I've got friends that I've had since I was 9 years old.
That question, how long is your longest friendship other than her sister?
Other than my twin, because I mean,
she's
my
a twin
day one
sister.
insemination.
A best friend from the
Exactly.
womb. So, yeah, other than is what?
I think I would, to put a friend, I think, sure, let's say, remove your 22 years.
Guys, that's a whole person, you know, that's a whole human being who can make money and add to this economy.
And I'm thinking of this person specifically because we've gone through a lot of stages of life together. We've lived in different countries, we've lived in the same country.
Yeah.
She's gone through things, I've gone through things, but in all of this chaos, in all of us living our lives, we have, like, damn, that's my ride or die.
I'll beat that out.
That's my ride or die.
That is so nice.
It's to the point where her boyfriend, I said nice. I haven't met him. Love the guy. From what I've seen.
Uthi boyfriend ukhomba ngapha.
No, I
wait.
I Jessica, another friend. I said to him, I know I'm being entitled, and I said, when you want to propose to my friend, I know you guys are in a different country. I will find a way to be there. Just tell me when you're going to do it. just this friendship has gone from, it hasn't always been perfect, but it's kind of a friendship that's been made through fire. And I'm not saying friendship should be pain, but it's really the friendship that has taught me rather to stop and listen. I think oftentimes we see things from self, right? And it's a selfish part of ourselves, because there's this guy that I used to follow, that I used to really like. He says, we do not love people for what they can give us.
Yeah.
We love people for what we can give them. And it's a mind shift. I won't lie, it's a paradigm shift.
Yeah.
Because often you think you must gain from people. You must gain. Jessica must give me. I'm friends with Jessica because Jessica, I'll have a good time with her.
Let's look at the life of how Jesus selected his disciples, and how literally, obviously they didn't know that this is Christ, this is all he could bring, this is all he's going to do for the world. But Jesus says, I'm choosing you to be my disciple. And they obviously followed him. But that relationship, it was a friendship. It had to be more than just master and servant.
Exactly. I mean, there's many different layers. But one thing that I've learned from Christ, and I try to take into my own friendships and relationships, and you know this because I say this, people come as they are. I try not to have any preconceived notions of what a person needs to be or what they need to look like to be worthy or deserving of my time and attention.
Oh, yes.
Because I believe in the come one, come all.
Yeah.
And that is not to say that everybody who meets me will gel with me in that way. But I think from my side, I've made that decision of come as you are. And when people come as they are free to be whoever they need to be. So I accept people, as I said, you're not going to surprise me.
Yeah.
You're not going to shock me. And I think if we come together as people and understand each other on that level, same with Jesus and his disciples, right? It's not to say, oh, okay, you will come because you will do A, B, C, D. Come, listen to me. Let me speak.
And that relationship feeds and grooms.
It grows because
they even learned how to take care of him, serve him, and do all those things just from being around him.
Exactly. Because what I breathe into you, you breathe into me. Right?
Yeah.
So my understanding is that I come to you as I am, and I come to you as a human being who is damaged, who is infallible. No, I mean who's fallible. And what that means is that we understand that none of us are perfect. And once you understand that, you stop trying to mold people into what you think they need to be.
Yeah.
They say you take the horse to the river, you can't force it to drink.
Exactly.
But also we don't know if the river is toxic.
Wow.
So I'm not always right.
I need to add a sound effect. Bam.
Because you also need to recognize that you can also be toxic to other people, even when you have the best intentions. And this is what friendship is about.
Yes, you learn yourself through your friends.
You learn yourself through your friends. You learn, once one friend told me, she says, when someone has done something to you, I've said sorry. So even though you say you've forgiven me, you keep mentioning it. I had to take a step back and say, I didn't know that was me. I had to work at it.
Yeah.
To say, how long will a person say sorry? When is the sorry enough?
Yeah, because if you actually don't take an active mental step to forget that this thing has happened, you're constantly using it to alter the way you view what they do.
Exactly. And it's not even that, because for me, I had told myself that I've forgiven the person.
But not really, because your actions
clearly,
otherwise.
Because I keep reminding this person of this thing that they've done to me. Then I need to say, when I'm accepting apology, I need to be honest with myself. Don't just accept an apology for the sake of accepting it, because this is my friend, right? Because then now this also puts a wedge in the relationship, because a person now feels like they can't come back to me. If I need time to process your sorry, I should be able to say, look, I'll take your sorry, but please give me a few months. If I say I have accepted your apology, no holds barred, then rest assured I must not bring that up again, because I said it's okay.
So what then about friendships that can't, they can't move past a certain incident?
I think
is it because I forgave you, but I can never forget? Or what do you think causes that complete break in a friendship?
Communication.
Communication.
Communication. Definitely open communication is the backbone of any. You need to not be scared to be vulnerable in front of your friends. You need to be able to get the answer that you don't want and still be okay. Does that make sense? Because that vulnerability is where you find each other. Because often in older friendships and with people I see, just before you get to the point of, people use smoke and mirrors. You expect people to understand where you're leading them.
Yeah.
Right? And often than not, they should know that they hurt me. And the truth be told, sometimes you don't.
Yeah. You
Sometimes
need to open their eyes.
Exactly.
To help them see that.
Exactly. And
I don't want you as my friend to do this to someone else.
exactly.
So
Oh,
we
I
are
don't-
also accountable as the
Exactly.
victim.
But you are also accountable to yourself and your friendship. Because it really is a matter of, we come from different places, we come from different walks of life. It's having that empathy and being able to put yourself in someone else's shoes. I do not have to go through what you have gone through for me to be able to empathize with you. And we need to remove things like pity and ranking systems from friendships.
Oh yeah.
We really need to, and when I say come as you are, we really need to come as we are. If I am angry, I'm angry. I don't mind fighting. I've told you this before. I'm not that. We'll fight. If it's time for us to fight, we'll fight. Guys,
We have fought.
we have, trust me. On multiple occasions.
But we are okay now.
Yeah,
And
we
you know,
are.
I keep saying this to a lot of people, that because I'm not in an actual long-term relationship, serious relationship, I think it's aligned to how God wanted to teach me up and prepare me for marriage. Because as much as you and my relationship was very roller coastery, and obviously the person you lived with before me had already created a kind of an atmosphere around living with someone else. But we gradually got to that point where we understood how each person thinks, how each person lives, what each person can tolerate. And I also learned my own bad behavior in terms of, guys, I don't know why I used to clean a lot. So it made me very particular and finicky about how things should be done. And it made me impatient to you a lot. So I'm so grateful for this, our relationship, and how it's blossomed. And even the close people in my life, my friends. Friends? Y'all are friends. Keep secrets. My friends will tell you how, now this is me confessing, I was not speaking positively about you at all. I was like, yeah, you were a difficult person, all these things, but only to find that no, there's more to it if you spend time with a person, you know. So living in the room all the time was not gonna work in terms of building, you know. So yeah,
I think more than anything, we needed to get to a place of understanding, each other. So, I mean, we are different personalities in the sense that I'm very loud and open from the jump, right? And I kind of wear my heart on my sleeves. I think it's really we've grown in the way we've understood each other. I think also we were raised differently. I think that was the biggest way we needed to understand each other. So for me, I mean, I have a twin sister. Like, sharing is my thing. Like, I'm not as possessive of my things. And for you, you're very possessive. And you've gotten better. You definitely have, you know. But I think you like it, if I can psychoanalyze.
Plus, I never had a sister. I never had to share the boy stuff for the boy stuff.
Yeah.
My stuff was my stuff.
Ooh, chilling with Lady Jess.